Hello, this is Addictedtostarwars23 here for daily SW collecting, and this week we're supposed to talk about Star Wars crossovers. One of them, the things we could talk about was Galactic Heroes, but I don't own any of those. I do plan to get some eventually, because I kind of think of them like, I don't know, I think they're just kind of cool to collect, just to kind of mix up your Star Wars collection, like Star Wars bobbleheads and kind of just weird stuff like that. Just because it's kind of cool sometimes. One thing I do have is I have one Star Wars Transformer, so I'll talk about that. But first, I just wanted to address though, um, first I kind of wanted to say though, sorry I'm posting this a bit later than I usually do. As I'm filming this, it is currently 7:35, so I usually film it like these things earlier. I usually just film really late on Wednesday, so sorry I'm posting late. But the reason I am posting late, like kind of later, is because I had to go with my dad today. 'Cause every Thursday I see my dad since my parents are split up. So every Thursday, well, like every once in a while on Thursdays, I see my dad. And this weekend we went over to my papa's house. So I mentioned that I had gotten Star Wars on Blu-ray for Christmas, and then my papa hadn't seen Star Wars like the complete saga, so he asked to borrow them. And then now he finished watching them. So now I just want to show you guys. I have gotten them back now. See? So I do have Star Wars on Blu-ray. So I just wanted to show you guys so you guys would believe me and not think I'm just trying to, like say I have Blu-ray since everybody else is getting it. So I didn't get the box set. Apparently these were just cheaper to get. So first, I don't have a problem with that. See? I just wanted to show you guys these really quick. It's just kind of a quick update. And then kind of, what do I think of Star Wars Transformers then? Well, I don't really think the transforming thing that is that cool. It just doesn't seem that interesting to me. I'll show you guys what it looks like transformed real quick. Okay, if you guys wanted to freeze the frame there for a second or something on that picture, just so you guys can see what this one looks like. You guys can see it. By the way, what this is it's one of the clone kind of gunship things from Revenge of the Sith, the one I have. Also, by the way, the wings can open up so you can, like when they're going into attack and everything, the wings open up kind of like on X-Wings. See, like that. I had this one when I was a kid though, so I'm missing a little bit of the parts. By that I mean I'm missing, there's supposed to be a gun that goes on each of these wings. I'm not sure what happened to them. I think what I used to do is I used to just take the guns off and give them to my clone troopers, just so they had bigger guns. By the way, it's also got a little pilot in here. See, it's got a little clone pilot right here. He's actually pretty cool. By the way, just so you guys know, his arms kind of move in unison, and his legs kind of move in unison. You can't like move his arms so you can't like move one arm up and one arm down or something. You gotta kind of pose them together. I actually really liked this figure as a kid though, just because he's a Star Wars figure, and I always used to like that he's so little. This is the kind of thing because I loved having toys everywhere. When I was little, I could never keep my hands still. I always had a toy with me. So this is the one I'd always take out. If I was like going to the movies or something like that, I just grab this guy because he's so little. I could play with him, but I would most of the time manage to hold on to him. Obviously I did because I still have him right here. Even though I didn't know at the point that he's just a pilot. I didn't know what the heck this ship was from. When I was a little kid, when I started Revenge of the Sith, I've mentioned before, but I did not get the plot at all. It was just, I didn't feel like paying attention. Basically, I just would as the lightsaber fights, I'd sit up and start watching. The second the fight ends, I just sit back down and wait for another fight. I never paid attention to the plot of the movie. I just paid attention to all the shooting and the slicing and all that kind of stuff. But anyway though, so I was gonna say what I kind of think about Transformers, and now that I kind of talked about the Transformer I own, actually, I really like them actually. I kind of the reason I like them, and most people really don't that much, it's just because I think of them more like I think of them as kind of being models, and I kind of think of the transforming feature as just an action feature. You know, like with most Star Wars vehicles nowadays, we get firing missiles and stuff like that, but most of us collectors don't use them. We just, they're just kind of there, but we don't use them. We use them for like displays and stuff like that. And so I just kind of think of those as an action feature. I mean, I don't really like them. I don't have to use them. So for me, this is just kind of a cheap model of a Star Wars vehicle. So I do actually plan to get more of these things. I know I haven't yet, but it's just, I haven't really thought of it now. Now I think doing this video is really making me want to buy more. Having to look at this more. I do have this thing displayed in my room. So, I think that's really all I have to say about Transformers. So now let's move on to the character discussion. Okay guys, then this is the last part of the video that I'm doing the character discussion. And this week our character discussion is on C3PO. Now, once again, I really can't think of too much to say about him. Why? Just because, everybody knows the character. There's no point in trying to explain, C3PO is like this, and, I think he does this because of this, or anything like that, just because, everybody knows C3PO. There's really not much to analyze or anything like that. So, yeah, I just wanted to say, like, really quickly then, as a character, I actually really like him. I never find him annoying. Apparently, some people find him annoying. I didn't know anybody found him annoying. Personally, I never found him annoying. I always just thought he was really funny. I always just thought, there was a point in him being there. I didn't really see any problem with that. I see maybe like some people might think that's, kind of out of place in Star Wars. But to me, that makes sense though, because, I know a lot of people who, can't be serious even in like life or death situations. It's just, sometimes it's kind of characteristics of people. Most also, he's a droid, so it makes sense. He doesn't really feel, so why would he ever change? That wouldn't really make sense to me, since he can't really feel anything, as he's a droid. He doesn't really have real feelings. But anyway, though, as a character, I love him. I think he's awesome. Yeah, I've never found him annoying. I just think he's a great character. And personally, I don't have a problem with the whole Darth Vader creating C3PO thing. Apparently, some people have a problem with that. But personally, I don't at all. I think that's kind of interesting, actually. I know some people say that, they're making the Star Wars universe too small lately. Personally, I don't think that. I kind of think of it as odd coincidences. You find that all the time in real life. You find all these odd ways that, other people or something, or some odd ways, maybe like maybe for instance, like one of your best friends, maybe like your like great 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 grandfather and their great 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 grandfather were like best friends too, or something weird like that. That's kind of a little example, but that one really doesn't isn't as like as good as probably anything else anybody could come up with. But I mean, I kind of think of all the stuff like that as just odd coincidences, really. To me, it makes sense, if all these people know each other, to me, it makes sense, they would intermingle a lot, like they would affect each other's life a lot, that's why they do. But sorry, once again, I'm kind of just rambling on too much. So, as I said, overall, I think C3PO is an awesome character. I have absolutely no problems with him, and hopefully everybody else will agree with me. So, anyway, that's really it for my video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time, may the force be with you. Bye.